We're going to go ahead and begin class today. So find your position of ease on your mat. Maybe you're seated on your shins, or maybe you're crisscross applesauce. Take your hands to rest, palms facing up towards the sky. On either side, close your eyes. And come into your breath. The first bit of breath work is just about noticing. Imagine time slowing down. Where does your breath want to move naturally? What does it want to do? Does it start in the chest, the rib cage, the abdomen? Where does the breath touch your body? Maybe you see something interesting happening in your shoulders, your hip flexors. Wherever you are, as we continue to seal up the breath into Ujjayi. Imagine that midline running from the top of your head to the base of your tailbone. Sit up tall and take a deep inhale in through the nose, sending that breath to the low belly, holding for a few seconds. With a slow, intentional release back out through the nose, a little constriction in the back of the throat to create that ocean wave sound. This is the deepest expression of breath. It will allow that oxygen to touch every cell, to move down the spinal column, to trigger that release of deeply relaxing neurochemicals that you need to let go. Tune in now to the muscles of the face, that space between your eyebrows. Let it hang a little looser. The jaw releases, letting the tongue relax. Your shoulders cascade away from your ears, releasing into the upper back muscles. Use your exhale to create more softness. Move down into the abdomen. Let go of the low belly. We spend so much time sucking in, because culture might tell us to. It's an unconscious reflex, but it's important to learn how to let this go every once in a while. Feel warmth rush down the arms. Let them grow heavy against your thighs. And let that heaviness rush down into the legs, the pelvis. Like warm water flooding from the top of your head to the base of your toes. Feel that shift. On your next inhale, reach the hands up overhead, clasp the fingers together, and place them at the back of the skull, opening through the chest, sitting up nice and tall. together and gently press down on the head to stretch the back of the neck. A little bit of pressure, nothing crazy. We're not going to bounce or pull. Inhale, open the elbows, open the chest one more time. And then go ahead and take the hands up overhead, nice big stretch. Releasing the right hand down. Take that left hand to the crown of the head and pull left shoulder to left ear. Open up through the side of that neck. If you'd like to take it a step further, you can make sure that shoulders roll down and back, and even bring that hand back behind you to intensify that feeling. Wherever you are, it's just really finding that gentle breath to guide you deeper into the stretch. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up, gentle tilt, release that right hand. Take that left hand down, right hand reaches, touches the crown of your head, gentle tilt, finding that long line through the side of the neck. Remember, you can go ahead and roll that shoulder down and back, keep it open, and if you'd like to intensify the stretch, take that hand back. If you notice an imbalance, a side is a little tighter than the other, just take note. It's perfectly normal. You might lean on one side a little bit more. Carry our intention. This is the body trying to talk to you. Inhale, go ahead and tilt that head up. Release the hands. We're going to inhale, the hands lift up. Clasp them together and bring them to rest underneath the chin. Elbows in toward each other. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, open the elbows, lift the chin. Exhale, go ahead and come down. And inhale. Now, like a butterfly. Exhale down one more time. The beat of your own. You're afraid of a little sound. We're going to go ahead and release the hands, rolling up over the knees to the front of your mat, placing the hands underneath of the shoulders, shoulder width, knees underneath of the hips, and find some movement fluidity through the spine. Do what feels good here. Again, this is body talk, tuning in to what needs a little bit of attention, what feels good, and then go ahead and ground yourself in this position, toes flipping down into the mat. Deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale, find cat, rounding your back, pulling the pelvis underneath of you. Inhale with a belly drop, with the heart and tailbone rise. Exhale, the breath fully. Contract the spine, pull the tailbone under. And inhale, belly drops, heart and tailbone rise. One more round. One breath permitted. Then go ahead and find neutral. Deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale, I want you to take your gaze to the left as your hips shift over to the right. And then inhale, center, and move to the other side. A couple of slow, intentional twists. and then landing at center. Take the knees wide, the big toes together. Sit your tailbone onto your heels and stretch the fingertips out in front of you. You should feel this through the armpits, through the back. Openness through the hips with a deep stretch through the back of the body. You can give your forehead a little rock back and forth on your mat. Release any last bits of tension you're holding there. And then slowly roll your way up. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, spread them wide, creating a small suction cup between the center of your palm and the mat. Flip the toes into the mat. Deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, extend the heart up towards the sky for your first downward facing dog or flat. You can go ahead and pedal out the feet here. Release one heel and then the other. Making sure your heart is reaching out in front of you. The crown of your head aimed between your hands. And when you're ready, find stillness. You can keep a little micro bend in the back of your knees if you lack flexibility through the hamstring. But I just want you to take a couple of deep breaths in down dog, focusing on rotating those shoulders out and down, pressing the heart towards the upper thighs for that nice long line from the top of your head to the base of your tailbone, and sending your breath to the back of your legs. I'm going to be low and slow today. So whenever you're ready, come up onto the tiptoes, bend the knees, and exhale, hop, step, or float to the front of your mat for Uttanasana, forward fold. Heart descends onto the upper thighs, fingertips relax. Inhale to halfway lift. Fingertips lift to the shins, heart reaches out in front of you, flat back, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep the hands all the way up, palms touch, and exhale, pull them down to heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, split the hands. Go ahead and take the hands down to the mat and step one foot back at a time into plank, releasing your shins down to the mat. Hands align under the shoulders. We're going to do 4 slow tricep push-ups before moving through baby cobra. So as you exhale, micro bend through those elbows, keeping along the sides, and inhale, come up. Exhale, come down, strength through the back of the arms. And then come up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last time, exhale down all the way, belly meets the mat. Go ahead and release the tops of the feet. Hands come underneath the shoulders, hovered ever so slightly. And inhale, using the back muscles, lift up. And exhale, float down. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last time, please. Exhale, release. Press your weight back into your hands. Flip your toes and your tailbone up. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet if you'd like to. A little bit of energy release. And then find stillness. Come onto the tiptoes, bend the knees. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up to the top. Palms come to touch. Exhale them to the top. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, split the hands, dive down. Plant the hands, step back to plank. You can modify here if you'd like to, with the shins down, or you can join with me for a full sun salutation. Exhaling through chaturanga, flipping onto the tops of the feet to lift the heart for upward facing dog. And then flipping the toes and sending the tailbone back to meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the left toe up towards the sky. And then exhale, pull it through between the hands for pigeon. Knee comes to the center of the mat. The back foot collapses down. And to begin, lift through the body and focus on squaring the hips down. So we're not opened up or rolled. We're completely hips facing down towards and facing the front of the room. As you breathe into that side of the hip, you can begin to slowly release the forearms, and the heart aims at that knee, beginning to fold over. Your focus as we sit in these longer held stretches is simply to breathe. And as your thoughts try to steal you away from class, allow yourself to become the passive observer of them, gently dismissing them in favor of the present moment. Come a little deeper. Breath slows down. Shoulders lift. Flip that back toe down, step back to downward facing dog and pedal out your feet. Inhale, go ahead and lift that right toe up now. And exhale, pull it through between the hands, sitting down into pigeon on the other side. Release the top of that back foot, square your hips. Lift the heart to begin. And as you settle into it, you can release the forearms down. Remember, at any point you can grab blocks to help you come a little bit deeper. So in this case, you might have them under your hands. You can play here in yoga with the tools that help you achieve the pose in the way that you need it most. Toes into the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. find stillness in your down dog. Come on to the tiptoes, bend the knees, exhale. Hop, step, or float to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands all the way up. Take the palms together and exhale them to heart center. Standing mountain pose here with the hands in prayer. We're going to heel toe our feet, a little bit wider than hip width apart. Taking the toes to turn out to 45 degrees. We're going to move into a yogi squat, so if you need a little bit more help here, you can take your stance a little bit wider. But as we inhale, we're going to lift through the hands. And as we exhale, we're going to come down using the elbows to press those knees out. The goal here is to keep the heart lifted. A lot of times we can use a block here underneath of the tailbone to help give us a little bit of extra support as we work our way into this pose. So if you ever want to grab blocks before class, or if you're tuning in online, feel free.
Could be together like a clock. Take our time and make it ours. We can be something they're not. We could climb a hill and look at stars. And they say stars are way too far.
One more breath.
But I know right where you are.
You can go ahead and take the hands down, lifting through the tailbone, through the legs, straighten in, heel toe them in, and then exhale, forward fold.
All your days by
Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. And as you exhale, go ahead and take your stance a little bit wider this time. Settling down, knees tracking over the toes into goddess pose. If you'd like to do something different with the arms, you can lift up. And you can split through the back, pulling down. Even the shoulder blades, you can find a pinch of pencil. Energy flows through each one of your
feet. Can feel the space that's in
Inhale, straighten the legs. Go ahead and point the toes forward and come down into a wide-legged fold.
Take a day, just you and me.
Elbows aim at the back. Fingertips forward. Keeping the heart gazing out in front of you. Equal weight in the feet.
We don't have to see the screen.
Between the front and the back.
Stuck until
as you hinge at the hip. Allow the head, neck, and shoulders to relax.
All my friends, they keep asking how do you spend all your days by his side. And I just said I love her till I die. Your friend, they keep asking do you want to spend all your years by his side. Just said we'll never say goodbye.
Slowly take the hands to the shins, walking the heart up slowly to a standing position. Step forward to the front of your mat, wherever you are. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands. And exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart reaches forward, flat back, and exhale, come down. 2 more times to the beat of your breath, finding that full expression every time. That little hinge in the hips, that beautiful flat back. Shoulders moving up and back. And then exhale, come down onto the mat. We're going to take butterfly pose. Open through the inner thighs, so the feet come together. Drag the heels into the body. Use the elbows to press those knees down. Heart gazes out at the big toes. We're always working on a beautiful flat back as much as we can. And then the hinge coming from the hips to intensify that stretch. feet hip width apart, release the back fully. We're gonna go ahead and pull the knees into the body. Give yourself a nice big roly-poly hug, maybe taking a rock back and forth to massage the low back. And then one last big pull in before taking the hands to the insides of your feet and kicking them up towards the sky for happy baby pose. We're open through the inner thighs here. We're stretching into the hips. Here in happy baby, you can take a little rock back and forth again, massaging that low back. Stay here for as long as you like. Or if you'd like to spend your final moments of class in Shavasana, you can go ahead and release, taking the knees into the body for one last big hug in. And then exhale, release one heel at a time to the wide edges of your mat. Let the arms drape along either side. Palms facing up, pulling your attention in. As you breathe, imagine the body growing a little heavier with every exhale. Sinking down into the mat, into the ground below you. Tune into the sensations that accompany that feeling as your breath carries you down a little bit deeper. Take one last deep inhale in through your nose. Hold it for a little longer than feels comfortable. And when you're ready, let it all go. What accompanied that exhale? And what did you bring in to bring with you for the rest of today? As you reflect, begin to awaken the body. Give a little wiggle to your fingers, your toes, shake the shoulders, roll around, it doesn't matter. Your expression, your time. You can make your way into a seated position for final salutations wherever you are. But thank you for coming to class today, both for yourself and to hang out with us. As always, if you have suggestions for flows, areas of the body that you'd like to work on in terms of strength or flexibility, please feel free to send any feedback our way. Otherwise, we're going to release you back out into this beautiful day with one last namaste. Thank you.